A long time ago, there was a young woman who wanted to be married. And her father in the olden days was sure that she should marry the oldest man in the village, who was the richest man in the village. She was dead set against this and would not agree to it. To punish his daughter, the father married her off instead to the local leper, a young man who was severely disabled and could not walk. He had to be carried in a basket. She agreed to it rather than marry the older man that she didn't like. She went everywhere with her husband. She carried him on her back in a basket. And one day, after being married for quite a while, on a very hot day, she stopped by the edge of a lake under the shade of a beautiful tree and put the basket down with her husband in it and said, "I am going to go shopping. I'm going to get some food for us. You'll be safe here. There's shade of the tree, the breeze of the water, and I won't be long." While she was gone under the shade of the tree, the husband looked out from his basket and saw that there was a bird flying above, and it was clearly wounded. It was dark, a wing, it seemed, was broken, and there was blood dripping. The bird swooped down over the water and then swooped down, diving into the water. And when it came out, it was new. It was clean and clear. The wing was healed. The young man had an idea. He thought, if I could somehow roll down to this water, maybe there's something special in this water that could heal me too. With this great hope, he managed to roll down in the basket to the water, and holding on to the edge of a limb of a tree with just one finger, he let himself and his basket roll into the water. The basket drifted off into the middle of the lake, and he dipped completely into these waters, holding on only with one finger. When he pulled himself out of the water, he was whole, he was healed, he was beautiful. And then his wife came back. She didn't recognize him. She thought for sure that when she saw the basket floating in the middle of the lake, that her husband had been robbed, that he had been drowned, and that this was the thief. She began to beat him and scream, "What have you done to my husband? What kind of man would do this?" And he tried to explain, and he held up his hands to protect himself as he was explaining to her, "No, I am your husband," which infuriated her even more. And he said, "All I could do was hold on with one finger." He told her the whole story. And as he was holding up his arms to protect himself, she could see this one finger had not been healed. Everything else had been whole except for the finger. Now she believed him. And they understood that these waters were really healing waters. To this day, these healing waters are said to exist in the heart of India. And in truth, they exist inside each person. It's a well of healing. It's not mystical. It's not mythical. It's not just an image either. It's the real strength and core of a person. The flow of healing energy. And this flow is what you activate when you begin the practice of yoga. 10-body yoga is more than just a flow. It's a division of this flow into 10 different rays or lights or layers or aspects. It gives us a wonderful new vocabulary to be able to understand the human condition, the human instrument, the human technology. And we're going to experiment with it here, with this technology in this laboratory of the human being. To begin the yoga, first we want to sit in a neutral position. And that would be as an easy cross-legged sitting position. So sit comfortably, balanced, with a straight spine, as straight as you can get it. Shoulders relaxed, chest out, and chin in a little bit. Sit straight now. Spine straight, shoulders relaxed, chest out a little, chin in a little. Stretch your arms so that they're straight, no bend at the elbow at all, and place the back of your wrist on your knees. If you can't quite reach your knees, just reach down as far as you can. Keep the elbows straight, keep the elbows locked and the arms long. Touch the tips of your thumb to the tip of your index finger and keep the other fingers straight. Any hand position in yoga is called a mudra. Gyan means wisdom, and this first finger touching the thumb is Gyan mudra. The first finger, Gyan mudra, the hand position. This is a neutral sitting position. Spine straight, shoulders relaxed, chest out, chin in, arms straight, fingers straight except for the first finger and the thumb. And now relax the muscles of your face. Imagine that the muscles of your face are a little heavy, very relaxed. And now add just the hint of a smile. This is a neutral position. It's a good starting point for any yoga, and it's a good exercise to practice for yourself anytime you need to relax or bring yourself into equilibrium. The neutral face in particular is very useful. When you need to make a decision in your life, when you know that you're not making the right decision, relaxing your face, bringing yourself into neutral, removing your emotional mask, it can be very helpful. There are other mudras. Touching any of the fingertips would be a different mudra. Holding your hands in pranam mudra, which is the palms flat together with the thumbs pressed into the sternum. It's sometimes called prayer pose because it looks like you're praying. Perhaps this is the origin of the hand position for praying. Bringing the right side and the left side of your body together through your hands is another neutralizing feature. It's calming, it's energizing, and it's very good if you need to make a decision in your life again. You can rub your hands together. This will help you. Try that for a moment. Rub your hands together briskly. Keep rubbing. Now at first it feels good, it's warming. It's good to have one hand touch the other. After a moment, you'll feel a little strain, perhaps in your shoulders or your shoulder blades. Keep on going. This exercise helps to break down some of the tension that builds up over the sternum at the center of your chest, where you hold a lot of stress. So keep going. It's a great warm-up. You may find yourself getting a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. Go past that. Keep rubbing hard. Now bring the palms of your hands up to the level of your sternum, center of your chest, and separate your palms about 6 inches apart. Close your eyes for just a moment in a neutral position and feel that space between the hands without touching. Be aware of the warmth and the circulation of energy between your hands. If you don't feel it, imagine it. Take a moment to play with the hands so you can move them a little closer, a little further away, but don't let them touch. And keep your eyes closed for just another moment. Now slowly bring your hands together until the palms are touching firmly and completely, and stretch your thumbs away from your palms and into your sternum. Now the palms are pressed away from the sternum at about a 60-degree angle. The thumbs are resting against the sternum. Your palms are pressed firmly together, and you're sitting in a perfectly neutral position. Spine straight, shoulders relaxed, chest out, chin in, face relaxed, the hint of a smile, palms together, and thumbs in the sternum. Excellent. And now we need to tune in.